Hello, Sarangees. Welcome to Chasing K-Dramas, the podcast that dissects popular Korean dramas episode by episode. We get into the characters, themes, and everything in between. I'm Dulcé Sloan, and I'm here with my co-host,
Chrissy, Choi.
So y'all know what time it is. We're still on our road to 10,000 Sarangees campaign because Chrissy has goals. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers, okay?
Yes.
On the YouTubes, and we're halfway there. Listen, this is a blessing. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in to our new segment, the Unnies React on The Perfect Crown, because I have been really enjoying that show because if anybody loves a saguk.
I know, and it's like a fusion saguk.
It's very, very modern. The outfits, the house, because if I lived in a hanok, that's how I love the way that they're blending the past and the present together.
So that house is it's like a resort in Korea.
Class.
Yeah. So the what is it? The private residence of Yeon is in real life it is a hotel.
Okay, well, text. That is the
We gotta go.
Korea bucket list. Korea bucket list. That's why I never use my Delta Sky Miles. And so be sure to hit subscribe on the YouTubes. I don't know where the button is on the bottom. I'm not a scientist. And tell all your friends about us, especially K-drama addicts. And follow us and leave a little comment, leave a little review. Okay, on the Apples and the Spotifys, and be sure to join our official fan club, Club Sarangees, on Substack. That is chasingkdramas.substack.com, where you can get bonus content and read our newsletter for $6 a month. If you live in California, in Los Angeles, that is less than a gallon of gas. And don't forget to give us a call on our Sarangees Hotline at 213-632-6865. And if needed, Unnie will tell us what that number is in Korean, but I don't think she needs to do that. And drop your questions and comments, and you might get featured on the show. So make sure that you leave your handles for the Instagrams or the Spotifys or the Black Planets, whatever your handle is, and we will be sure to include you and tag you if we put you on the show. My June shows, I'm going to be, June, I'm going to be at Milwaukee Pride.
Okay.
It's my first Pride festival. It's my first Pride event.
Oh, wow.
And me, like Kev on stage, we are Christians.
I'm surprised this is your first Pride event.
Well, it's like my first big Pride event because I've been to other Pride things, but this is my first big I am too surprised considering I was nominated for a GLAAD award.
Or you're just the friend of the community.
Friend of the community.
Yes.
Lily, a friend of the
I love the community.
A friend of the friends of Dorothy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut.
Yes.
June 12th to the 14th. I'm going to be at the Commonwealth Comedy Club in Dayton, Kentucky, the 19th and the 20th of June. And then I'm going to be at the Irving Punchline July 9th through the 11th in Irving, Texas. Zanies in Chicago. I'm very excited to be back at Zanies in Chicago, July 16th through the 19th. And then the Houston Punchline, the 23rd through the 26th. So come out and see the kid, please, because if you come to comedy clubs to see me, then comedy clubs will book me. So if you're wondering why you don't see me on the road a lot.
You are on the road a lot.
It sounds like it's a lot, but it's actually not.
Okay. She needs more, guys. She needs more. She wants to be on the road 24/7.
I don't want to be on the road 24/7. So after July, I don't have any dates.
You will get dates.
No. It fills out. I'm not worried about it.
It's early.
But if you want me to come to your city, don't tell me on Instagram. Tell the club in your city, because if you tell me, then you have to go, hey, I'm going to bring 700 of my friends to this comedy club. If you want me to come to your city, because here's the thing, if we tour more, then we can start bringing the show.
We can't. So we're going to try. So I think the next big thing is for us is going to be in the fall. We'll do New York. I think that's the plan. We got in touch with the places, so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, they do the New York Comedy Festival every year.
I think we should do it in the fall sometime. So it'll probably be after our glory chase, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. But I think the next thing we're just gonna try, and we'll see.
I'm excited.
Yes.
So we're today we are chasing episode 5 of The Glory.
Yes.
And it's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. So Yeon-jin is fully spiraling.
This bitch is dizzy. Okay, she is a spirograph.
Yeah,
you remember a spirograph?
Yeah. So as she worries about what Dong-eun is planning for her and her daughter, as she should be, because I'd be worried too, she tries to get Dong-eun fired, but eventually confronts her and offers to pay her off.
Oh, another classroom confrontation. I apologize for confusing them. There's so
It's
many
all good.
confrontations.
There's so many. So Dong-eun rejects her while hinting that she knows who Yesol's real father is. Dong-eun moves in on the other bullies as she sends Jae-joon Yesol's toothbrush. I was like, oh my God. Corners Hara at her father's church and blackmails her. Hyun-nam steals Hye-jeong's phone and continues her surveillance. And in a rare, tender moment, Dong-eun reconnects with Yeo-jeong, where she laughs, maybe for the first time in years. Okay. The episode then takes a dark turn as Myeong-oh is brutally attacked while he tries to blackmail his friends.
So we can wait. I have a little speculation on who I think kills Myeong-oh, but I'm gonna wait to the end.
Let's save it. We save it for the end.
Yeah.
But, yes.
But I can say, as someone who was just doing my steps in my bedroom
during broad daylight,
it was like the sun was just starting to go down. I'm like, good, this is almost over. Seeing him get busted all up in his head, I'm just like, oh. Wait a minute, that's a lot of blood. He might not have made it.
So sweet revenge. And I think starting last episode, episode 4, where we saw the teacher get, it gets even better. Like, I know you shouldn't be like rooting for people to die or like get hurt. But for me, I'm just like, yeah,
That's what shows like this are for. Because guess what? None of these people are real. None of these people are real. Okay, you can get all the revenge you want because not a single. You know what happened after he got busted all up in his head? Somebody yelled, "Cut!" And then he got up and went to lunch.
But this is why this drama is so fun. And I think why people liked it so much, because you're basically like, she's going after everyone. And it's just so like satisfying.
Because you can't get revenge like you're taught to be a good person, and the revenge is the Lord's. So, which we'll talk about that later. Oh, I didn't know this was a turtleneck. Ugh.
You don't like turtlenecks?
You remember that Mitch Hedberg joke where he said...
just lower it. There you go. That's not a turtleneck anymore.
Where he said wearing a turtleneck is like being choked by a really weak person all day.
I love turtlenecks. There was like a phase. Yeah, I still have my little turtlenecks. I like it.
I had this like little cute turquoise turtleneck that I used to wear. Yeah. And one of my friends said to me one day, he was like, man, even in a turtleneck, your titties is out. And I was like, please go on.
Well, yeah, usually turtlenecks are tight.
Yeah.
You don't want a loose turtleneck.
A loose turtleneck's crazy work. A loose turtleneck is crazy work.
Like a turtleneck is only like nice when it's skin tight.
And turtlenecks on women are just like, well, that's why I always think of that Lonely Island album, Turtleneck and Chain, because a black turtleneck with a gold chain on, it's a look.
Well, you know what I do? I usually have the necklace hanging. Loose, how it hangs like this. But anyways,
a necklace and a turtleneck is nice. You know what I want to see? More men wearing pearls.
I have never seen a man wearing pearls.
Ricky Velez had some pearls on.
Oh my God.
I think they might have been like Chanel pearls. And he looked, I've never seen.
Some people could pull it off, but like, could you imagine Thomas walking in wearing pearls?
Yeah, if he believes it. Ricky Velez was like, I'm wearing a necklace. What's the problem? And people were like, because somebody tried to say something. He was like, yeah. And they went, well, all right. And he was just, because like women didn't used to be like how heels were for men. Jewelry was for men.
When was heels from? Oh, back in the day.
The high heel was invented for tiny men.
I know.
To be able to look taller men.
You know what they do in Korea, right? They have the little risers you put into your soles.
That's everywhere. Because tiny men can't be tiny men. Listen, there's nothing worse than
hugging. You like a short king?
No, we don't.
You don't like a short king, but you're petite yourself.
Right. When I hug a man, I want to hear his heartbeat, not his thoughts.
See, that's the problem. I feel like women, listen, I feel like sometimes maybe like the taller men, we should like say for our tall sisters, or tall gals.
Here's the thing. I'm 5'4". Most men are taller than me. So my gauge for tall man is different than other women's because I'm a short lady. But wait, we're the same height, right?
Yeah.
How tall is Thomas?
He's just tall.
How tall is
Thomas? He's 6'1".
Okay, so Hyun-nam follows Yeon-jin's mom and the police chief.
Okay, so I did have a question about this. So Hyun-nam it's so funny the way she handles that camera. I'm surprised she has not gotten caught at this point.
The way she changes that focus.
She's waving it around. Everyone could see, but so Yeon-jin's mom and the police chief, they're leaving the the Mudang's house, right? The shaman's house. So I'm curious what they're doing there.
Her and the police chief, I'm very curious as to what they're doing here.
Like, I mean, maybe he's like, I don't know, maybe they're like trying to ward off evil spirits, but I also think there's something beyond that. They're plotting something, right?
Because if they were cheating, it's a weird place to cheat. Also, where's Yeon-jin's dad?
They divorced, remember?
True. So
because her dad cheated on her mom.
Right.
And then the mom used the police chief to get dirt on her ex. And then that's how she got the divorce.
So.
Just crazy.
Do you think that... Because I'm like, if they were cheating, they would just be... But it's not cheating. She would just be dating the man.
No, she's not cheating. No, she's dating. Unless Mr. Police Chief has a wife. I don't know if he does, though. But we don't get to that part. But
no, but it's going to be interesting to see what they're up to. Because I'm just like, why are her and the police chief seeing a shaman?
Yeah.
Unless they're doing crime.
Yes. So this was also a revenge receipt because she is... she's finding information. So they're together.
But it's kind of funny because Hyun-nam panics because she doesn't know who she's supposed to follow.
Split up and she's like, ah!
Who am I supposed to, but here's the thing is they arrived separately, so you knew they were going to leave separately.
It's fun. It's comical.
But it makes more sense to follow them all.
Yeah, but I do like how, like the Hyun-nam scenes, it's just for comic relief, which we kind of need.
But what they always make sure is that she has a bruise somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Because she does have a bruise on her cheek.
You remember that part where she talks about how she's like a funny person and she's like
I'm a happy person.
I'm a happy person and but this has been making me more happy. I'm happy for her.
I'm happy for her, but it's so wild that you're just like, man, following people around, it's been so satisfying.
Yeah. Okay, so then we jump, right? We go back to, so Do-young and Do-eun are at their local not 포장마차, 편의점, right? They're at their local convenience store.
Because what she does love
is a kimbap.
No matter what shape it's in. Now we got the little one with the tuna in it.
And triangle one, and she's eating.
When
he spots her. He sees her and he like goes. And I'm like, are you stalking her?
He was, what I tell you, he was parked illegally. And when he's asking her all these personal questions. Where does she live? What does she do? All this other stuff.
He uses 반말. He uses like casual at first. And I was like, oh, this is interesting.
So he drops it.
And then he goes back. But I was like, it's a little like, he's trying to get close to her. And I'm like,
oh, he goes back because she's not giving him anything.
Yeah, at first he's just like, is this what, I think what he says in 반말 is like, is this all you're eating with the money that I gave you?
Yeah, he comes into her, it's like, you're buying this food with the money I gave you? And she said, I bought this with my own money. Which is such a man thing to say.
I know.
It's like, are you buying this food with the money? You think I didn't have no other money before I saw you, sir?
And then she's like,
look at this white shirt. You know I'm employed.
Then she like gives him one and he's like, no, I'm good. He's like, I don't do carbs. And I was like, 알았어.
She was like, oh,
알았어.
I don't do carbs. You Weight Watching ass bitch, sir.
And then he said,
you won't look at rice and not eat it? Friend.
You're Korean. But then he's just like peppering her with questions. And she's like, are you usually like this? And he's like, I'm usually quiet actually, but you're making me curious. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, she can't tell him shit.
Anyway, so he leaves the business card.
Business card.
Let's play again. But then someone is clicking outside. And it's not Hyun-nam. So someone is taking photographs of them, okay?
Oh, I thought that was just like a still. So that was like.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So I'm like, who was taking the picture?
Oh, I bet it's somebody who's probably investigating him.
I thought it was maybe Myeong-oh.
I thought it was Myeong-oh.
But I don't think it's Myeong-oh because I feel like Myeong-oh is just avoiding everyone right now.
I don't think he wants to be in anybody's business. I think that there's probably, because one of the bullies has to be sending people to investigate.
Well, Jae-joon told Myeong-oh to investigate Dong-eun, so that's why I thought it was Myeong-oh taking photos. But I don't think it's
him, but he does need to give him something.
Yeah.
If the man tells you to investigate, you got to give him something.
That would be gold, though. If I'm Jae-joon and I found that out, I'd be like, hello, ding, 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 ding. Yeon-jin, homegirl is trying to steal your husband. What are you doing?
Your husband's just, look, your husband's trying to cheat on you. We should get together.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We could have a swinging time.
It takes two. Look at that was so random. What a random transition.
Listen, The Parent Trap was a great movie.
Oh yeah, it's the Parent Trap. It's not It Takes Two. I'm thinking of I was also thinking of the It Takes Two, that classic hit from the Olsen twins. Baby. It Takes Two.
And the Olsen twins were singing that song?
I'm sure it was in the movie.
That's not their song. If the Olsen twins did it, it was a cover.
Oh, no. I'm not saying they sang it. It was in the movie.
Never seen
It Takes Two.
They had a bunch of movies.
Yeah, they had a bunch.
Of movies in
I love
90s.
them. Home video queens, you know?
Listen, they try to talk about Tyler Perry and them straight to gas station movies. When the Olsen twins was giving us straight to VHS movies. Remember those straight to VHS cartoons?
Oh yeah, I used to love it.
And I was like, we don't know who made
My dad
this.
used to buy me random videos from the gas station, which if you think about it now,
People
isn't that
don't
crazy?
talk about, you know how many mixtapes? A mixtape would drop. Gangsta Grill's mixtapes would drop, and it was only at the gas station.
Okay, so really quickly, Dong-eun goes back to her apartment. And this I thought was interesting, and I don't know if it comes back up, but she asks the landlord why the apartment rent is so cheap.
And she goes, is it haunted? And the lady was
was
like,
you're funny.
no. And she's like, teachers don't make a lot of money. And she goes, how did you know I was a teacher? I hadn't gotten the job yet. So how does that lady know?
Wait, is that how it is, she said?
That's how it says. Because when she got that apartment, she hadn't gotten that teacher job yet because she was still trying to blackmail old boy. Because
Okay, I got to
remember,
go back and watch that. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
she said,
interesting.
And the lady goes, make sure you take your trash with you when you leave. So the woman never answers the question.
Okay, so
Do you believe her
park
when
that.
she says that she gave her cheaper rent because teachers don't make a lot of money?
I don't know. I don't remember how
But she
this is
does-
insignificant,
But she does ask her why her apartment is cheaper, and the woman doesn't answer the question.
yeah. So there's something going on there. Okay, so then we have this fun scene where Hyun-nam is sharing her surveillance findings with Dong-eun, right? The way they communicate, it's very cute. They write to Post-it notes and go back and forth in the cars, you know?
It was very much a pen pal.
Yeah.
Very cute buddy.
I know. And you can tell Hyun-nam wants to see her in person. So then, of course, Dong-eun's like, hey, should we just meet in person? And then, like, Hyun-nam's, like, super
She
excited.
was like, tell me what happened. You
Like, I
did
need
the
to
confrontation.
know.
You didn't tell me anything.
Yeah. And then this was interesting. She tells Hyun-nam she needs to watch out because she never told Hyun-nam that
Old boy
Yeon-jin-
was the police chief.
But she's
So-
like, but Hyun-nam's like, I already knew. She's like, I've been following them. They
Because
eat at this place.
She's
blah,
like,
blah,
I went
blah.
to 4 soup restaurants. She
Yep.
said, that's why I had the receipt for the soup restaurants. And she's like, do not put yourself in danger.
Yeah.
Because you see her like doing because she's like, she hands her the receipts and everything. She's like, I hope it's not a lot. She said, revenge is expensive. And she said, I tutored through all of my 20s
For this
to
moment.
be able to afford this. And so they're sitting on the water. And I was like, oh, they should have like little treats or something. And then I remember she don't eat unless it's kimbap on a roof. And so she just takes a picture of her because she's like, I'm
this
good
made me
with
sad.
It made me sad too because she's like, well, I'm good with like plants and animals, but I'm not good with people. And then Dong-eun has like a flashback.
Yeah, she has like a trauma like response to the flashing because she remembers the nurse taking the photo of
But
her.
now we know
Yeah.
what the photos were that the nurse gave her. We
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
get to
yeah,
see
yeah,
what
yeah.
it was.
Yeah, evidence.
And so, but I like how she kind of just was like, nope, do it again.
Yeah, and I love that because it's like she's like, you know what? She's brave and she's like ready to face everything, right?
Because if she's doing all of this, she needs to be able to take a photo.
Yes, true. Then Yeon-jin goes to the school, tells the principal, hey, she's there to get more information on Dong-eun. She's like, can I see her resume? And then this principal's like,
Well,
privacy
with private
laws.
information, also with chairman, what is he the chairman of?
I guess he's the chairman of. So it's
The
a private school.
so it's a business.
Yeah, so it's a private school.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Because she was saying like, because most teachers don't go from public to private.
Yeah.
Which, why?
I guess just in Korea the way their system is.
Oh, maybe you can't.
Or it's just harder to get into private schools because I think private schools are technically more elite. So maybe like your average public school teacher can't just get a job. You have to there's like certain things that you need to meet in order to go to the private school.
But I
That's-
love
yeah.
when the principal takes his glass and just like, oh, we kind of can't do that. And then she was like, well, how about you hold the resume up and then I glance over your shoulder. And he's like, ma'am.
Sure. And then she does it. I mean, he lets her do it. And then Yeon-jin peers into the classroom as Dong-eun is teaching her little kids. Very cute.
And this is my girl whip moment.
Yes.
Because she's coming down the hallway, mad as shit. And she looks in the window. And what she probably can't hear is that there's a little girl bullying her daughter.
Yep.
Saying that she's not coloring the cherry blossom the correct color.
She can't see the
Because
color.
I did not know red green color blindness also included pink. But pink is a shade of red.
Which makes sense. Yeah.
Wait, if they can't see green, trees and grass look so much of Earth is green.
So much of what, it kind of makes me sad.
Chlorophyll is everywhere.
I know. So she's really seeing the world in like
black
and white.
I want to know what people who can't see green, like what do they actually see? But so she doesn't hear. So she comes over and defends the child. And I was like, she's like, maybe it's invisible. Maybe there have cherry blossoms that are clear. And you look over and you see it as how the baby sees it, which is there's no color on this cherry blossom. And I was like, okay, maybe some of them are white. I don't know. It went by. The scene was so quick. I was like, So this was my girl what moment because I see Dong-eun come over with scissors in her hands, and I'm like, why are there scissors in her hand?
I think maybe before the commotion happened, she was like cutting something.
Doing something that a teacher does.
So she carries the scissors.
And she comes over very nice and was like, no, it's maybe that's how she sees the world. That's how she's coloring it. And then, but she places a hand on the baby's shoulder. But there are scissors in her hand.
Like literally like pointed
like
up
near
towards her neck.
Like kind of like just in the general vicinity of that baby's entire head.
Yes.
And they lock eyes.
Yes.
And you were worried about the baby getting burned at school.
No, you should be worried that she's gonna get stabbed.
She's gonna cut her hair. Like it's just like anything. And she is mortified, and the eyes are locked, and she just kind of like, because even the way she kind of have her shoulder, like it'd be reassuring to the baby, but menacing to an adult.
Of course.
And here's the thing where it's just like, but the best part of it is they have to lose it because the baby sees her mom.
Yeah, and then she's like, "Mama!" Like, hi!
And she does a little kid wave, and
then
it's just like, and she's like, yeah. But Dong-eun, eyes don't change at all.
So this was a revenge receipt.
Cha-ching.
Because let's go. You know what I mean?
If you thought you was scared before, if you think you're loading now, wait until tonight.
So then she confronts her in the classroom when all the kids are gone. And basically Yeon-jin's like, hey, I'm going to pay you off. Because guess what? I'm going to pay you off for the mental and physical harm that I put on you. But I am not. She admits that she cannot give her a sincere apology. She's like, leave the past in the past. Let's just move forward. I'm going to pay you off.
And you're going to write down that you're accepting these terms the same way that your mother signed you away. Which is just like, bitch, if you want me to agree to these terms, you can't insult me while you're in the middle of trying to
I want to slap the shit out of her.
Pay
me off. I know.
Because she says to her, is this a scripture now and not a fable?
I know, because she was like, do you think, because I think at one point.
Because was like, I don't want an apology. I'm going to teach you about God's fury.
Yeah.
And she's like, God? Girl, God ain't real.
And then the wordplay here, it's crazy because basically, how do I describe this? So Shin means God in Korean. So Pyeong-shin.
That word I caught.
Yeah, but Pyeong-shin means like, how do I describe Pyeong-shin? Like a loser almost. So it's like a wordplay. So the way she did it, it was very interesting. I wish I could describe it better. But anyways, then.
That's why I always say, like, when you subtitle anything, it's every language has nuance.
Yeah, and then I wish if you understood Korean, like, and I wish if I like was Korean and understood grammar better, I'd be doing a better job of explaining it. But the way they played around with Pyeong-shin and 무슨 신, I was just like, fuck me, that's like good writing. Like that is really freaking good writing. The way they did it, but. Yeon-jin accuses her of holding Yeon hostage.
How is she a hostage?
I know. And Dong-eun's just like, I'm not here to harm anyone. I'm not going to harm her.
Also, I'm your daughter's teacher. How am I? You brought this baby in here.
Yeah, and then she goes, I'm just helping her with her color blindness.
She can't see. And then she lays that picture down.
I know. And then that is basically her threatening Yeon-jin, saying, hey, I know who her real dad is.
Because I have never seen color blindness used as a device in the most heavy-handed ass way. Other than, what was that movie with Steve Carell where him and some kids were on like a road trip or something? It was the little girl. So it was him and like some kids that were in like a Volkswagen bus, like a little family vacation thing. But the oldest boy wanted to be in the Air Force.
Little Miss Sunshine?
Yes.
Is that Steve Carell?
Is it?
Oh, I don't know. We got to Google this.
And so there's a point in the movie where like she has like something in her, like a little like kid activity book. Mm-hmm. And it's like, find the number that's inside these other bubbles.
Oh, and
that's when he finds out that, he's red, green, colorblind. I guess he didn't know as a teenager. And so he hops off the van and gets upset. And they're like, what's the problem?
He can't go.
He's like, I can't go to the Air Force if I can't see red or green.
Oh.
And he has a full on, hops out the van, full fucking meltdown when he finds this out.
Guy.
And I felt so bad for him. But I was just like, this is the only other time.
And then it's that and the glory.
And then this is just like, get this baby contacts. Or the little glasses or something. But I did not know that there were like glasses or something or like contacts you can put on.
Yeah.
Okay. But this was a great receipt because.
Receipt, yes. Cha-ching.
But she tells her, don't test me. She said, I'm a killer, but don't push me. And she's like, we're going to die together.
I'm going to suffocate you slowly.
And then the creepy teacher.
The Mr. Bob comes out of nowhere and he's like watching and he's like, I wonder what's going on between them. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Bob. I promise you, she's going to get hemmed up. She's going to have to fight him.
Oh, yeah. Get ready.
She's
freaking
honestly,
ready. Again, we have 16 episodes.
Listen, the fact that we see at the end of the episode that something happens. So it's like, okay, now Myeong-oh's not going to take the Bob out. So somebody has to take
the Bob out.
Also, it's like, do we need another villain?
Yes, because I think the whole point is like, basically, as this revenge plan happens, you got to throw in obstacles, right? So there's all these obstacles that pop up. Mr. Bob is one of them. So we'll see.
Oh, once he was sitting there talking about, she's the mistress. What are you talking about? Here's the thing. If it was a man that got that job, even if it was a man who was actually sleeping with that man.
He wouldn't say
He'd have never thought about it. Every time any woman gets an opportunity.
It's like, oh, did she sleep her way up?
Did she sleep her way up? You know what's more crazy? When they don't think you slept your way up. Oh, she's really qualified.
She's really qualified.
Good for her. We were talking about that. We're just like, could you
That's
imagine?
So upsetting.
Could you imagine being the woman where a bunch of men were like, oh yeah, she earned this.
I mean, it's like a compliment, but then it's like a diss at the same time. But no, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to be like, no, I came here in my own accord. I'm smart. Then, so Jae-joon can't reach Myeong-oh. He's getting his facial done, right? And he yells at Bixby, being like, Bixby, call the son of a bitch. And
have we seen Bixby in another show?
Yes. So I was very confused because I didn't realize Bixby is the Siri of Samsung, I think. Okay. So it wasn't Queen of Tears.
Thank you.
Because what's her name? Myeongja? Was it Myeongja?
I think so.
Pomja would always yell at Bixby when they're driving, so Bixby would like guide her.
It's the cutest name.
I love it. I mean, yes, it's adorable. It's better than Siri.
You should name your firstborn Bixby.
You name your firstborn.
It's
Bixby.
It's honestly, you know what? It sounds like a very country ass nickname.
I think it sounds very British, like Bixby.
It's
like Alfred or like Bixby.
It's either British aristocracy. Or you're like
Bixby.
Or you're a little girl whose name is Bixby Jr. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like or it's like the name of like cattle or something. Like either country as shit.
A cow.
Yes, it's either country as shit.
Or like a elegant butler.
A cat. It's a cat name.
Oh, Bixby's cute. That's a cute cat name.
Bixby is a cat name.
So Bixby, he scares the crap out of his facialist.
So angry during a facial is crazy.
She's like, oh my God. And then
because you see her go, I've never seen such a real life. I don't know if they did not tell this actress what was going to happen.
Maybe not.
But she was like, Like, she was legitimately
she
like,
didn't like it. And then after the massage, but basically Myeong-oh is not answering him. He's avoiding him. So something's going on. So Jae-joon's upset. But then after the massage appointment, he goes, and this was really funny because I think at one point he's like, is this? He gets a package delivered. He's like, what is this, the Avengers? Which I didn't quite understand.
I don't know. I guess the Avengers, they get something dropped off to them.
Okay.
But he was like, so someone just walked up to you and
just
handed you something and you just were like, yes.
Sure. Which is kind of funny. But then he opens it up and it's Yeo's toothbrush. And I'm like, oh my God.
And then we cut to all the kids' toothbrushes, but hers is gone.
Okay, so this is a revenge receipt.
Cha-ching. So wait, so he sees the baby's name on it. So he knows it's hers.
And so
he knows
like,
that's Yeon-jin's daughter.
Bebe. So he's like, kind of like the wheels are turning, okay? So he's
now
putting things together.
Do his own Maury situation.
Yes. So then Yeon-jin, so this I felt very like Yeon-jin was a little sloppy here, okay? So she goes up.
She was sloppy as shit. She comes in and she's like, hey, let's send the baby abroad. And he was like, you don't even want the kid.
So she sees Do-young, her husband. She goes to Do-young's office.
And she said, I like how you look in your work clothes, which there's nothing nicer, nothing finer than a man in some work clothes.
And he has some designer digs on.
Under the work jacket.
Yes.
This is why I want to marry a man who has a commercial construction company.
Oh, yeah, because, he owns this and he wears a suit. But basically she's like, hey, like, let's send our daughter abroad. And he's like, she's like a kid. She's like 5. What are you talking
about?
First of all,
she's a baby. He said, second, you don't even like sending her to school without the nanny.
Yeah.
How is she going to go live abroad?
Yeah.
He's like, do you want to live abroad?
And she's like, no, I'm just freaking out. And then she's like, hey, can you set me up a meeting with the chairman?
And he's like, why? Do you know how hard how hard it is to do this? I need a reason.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, the new teacher's crazy. And he's like, what? How do you know? That the teacher's crazy?
And then she goes, oh, I'm just tired. Yeah, I'm just tired. And then she's like, I'm just tired. And then he leaves. And I'm just like, you idiot.
She's so stupid because now Do-young's probably like, who is this teacher?
Who is this teacher? What the happened? Because it's like my wife went from going, hey, let's send the baby abroad, to, oh, we need to talk to the homeroom teacher, to, oh, can we talk to the chairman? And I'm just like, and then you walk out and go, I'm just tired. Bye. All you did was make him want to investigate what the is going on.
It's
all
crazy.
You did was give him a reason to find out what is wrong with my wife, what's going on with my daughter.
And who is this homeroom teacher?
Who is this homeroom teacher? Why do I need to talk to the chairman? All she did was create a problem.
She's so it's stupid. So, which is kind of good though, because I kind of like that there's like basically it just shows that she is losing her mind because of Dong-eun. She's losing control. She goes home to see her mom, right? Her mom's practicing Gaul, the police chief's there, and she tells the police chief, I need you to dig up everything you can about this Moon Dong-eun, okay? He doesn't remember Moon Dong-eun. He's like, oh, who's Moon Dong-eun? She's like, shut up. Doesn't matter. I need to know who she is, okay?
Right.
So she has him on the case, right? And then Jae-joon calls her and she just ignores it. She does not give 2 shits about Jae-joon. Then Yeo-jeong. Listen, Yeo-jeong is just annoying. He has therapy. The therapist is like... I feel like
this could have been...
what are we doing here?
This could have been a scene in the spirit of, we'll see his backstory.
We don't like.
This could have been, this could have been a scene with Hye-jeong and finding out more about her and the man. Because Myeong-oh has to get information on her man. We don't know, with this rich guy or whatever. We could have seen Hye-jeong with the rich guy.
I know.
We could have been doing anything else.
Because they decided to give him the male lead position, we got to get his backstory. So he's in therapy. He's lonely. We just know he's lonely, but he meets a patient who's a teacher and he's like, oh, tell me all about your vocation. Like, what do you do? What do you like? And she's like, what the fuck?
And she's like, you want to know about these kids? And he's like, no, I want to know about the teachers.
Right.
I don't care about the kids.
So it's just showing us he's sad and he's obsessed with Dong-eun for whatever reason.
Because she is mysterious and interesting.
So we all need to be mysterious and like Dong-eun and sad all the time. So apparently
just tell these men nothing. What do you do? Work? Where do you live? America? Earth? Where do you live? This planet, the Milky Way. That's where I inhabit. I am out here
He called him mysterious and aloof.
Traveling through the stars, or you just get called a bitch. Like there's only a minute. Listen. The fine line. There's a fine line between creepy and not creepy. And there's a fine line between being interesting and then being a bitch. And it's just how somebody decides if they can get what they want from you or not.
Well,
but yeah, I'll go play Paduk with you in the park season after season, and you don't even know my last name. Or something
and
like
you don't
that.
even give a shit to learn my last name.
Nothing. I'm not telling you nothing.
This week for the deep dive, we're going to talk about Lee Do-hyun, who is Yeo-jeong, right? Because he is technically the male lead.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we talked about this last week, but he is dating in real life Im-jeon, the gal who plays Cheon.
Yeon-jin.
Yeon-jin. There's so many names, guys. Okay, so Im Do-hyun, his real name is Im Do-hyun, but his stage name is Lee Do-hyun. It's a lot.
Okay.
So the difference is a Dong-eun and a Do-hyun. This is when
Don't do this to people.
It is a difference in like one letter. It's difficult. But anyways, he's 30 years old.
Oh, it's because it's Dong-hyun and then it's Do-hyun. Don't do that to people. Don't do that to people. Don't do that to people.
It's so confusing.
Oh, you spelled Mackenzie with a Y?
It's yeah.
This is Mackenzie with a Y.
So
because there's
this one's confusing. So when you're saying it, it's almost kind of like when I talked about my last name and everyone's like, "Oh, you're dumb. You don't know your last name." Like,
but when you watch Korean dramas, they don't say Choi.
well, no. So basically what it is like when you say a name like Dong-hyun and Do-hyun, when you're speaking it quickly, it sounds the same.
Yep.
Right? It's like the same thing. So there's my last name, which is Choi, right? But the way you say it in Korean is Choi, right? Che. But when you're speaking it quickly, you don't say Choi, you say Che, which is the same as the other last name, Chae, Che, right? So again, when you're in everyday conversation, when you're speaking quickly, things sound the same. So this is another example of that. Back to Lee Do-hyun, right?
Young man.
So he is young. He's 30, born in 1995.
He's 30?
He's
now?
30. He's 30.
He's 30 today.
Yeah, he was born in 1995.
So how old was he when this show was
turns. Oh, he was a young boy.
He was in his 20s.
Yeah,
He
that's
looks
why
like
he looks like he's in his 20s.
God. Okay.
So he actually has a 5-year age gap with Im Ji-yeon.
He's 5 years younger?
Im Ji-yeon. Yeah, Im Ji-yeon. Yeah, he's 5 years younger than her. Go, girl.
Fun.
Love it. So he did not always want to be an actor.
Oh.
He wanted to be a basketball player.
Girl.
He did basketball in middle school and he played in high school. But
Does Korea
then
still have a big basketball league?
I mean, they like basketball. They love baseball.
Love a baseball. There was one point that they were trying to this was like a couple years ago. They're trying to repatriate players from America who were half black, half Korean.
Yeah, I would try that too.
Or any
I'm
mixed,
trying to win the Olympics. Yes, bring me everyone.
And so they were doing like in Vegas, and anybody who was like half Korean, so
Let's
it
go.
was mainly moms. And so there's 2 players now.
Yeah.
Who not only have they repatriated.
Yeah.
Or paid because they grew
I
up
think
here.
there are. Yeah, there are players in Korea. Yeah.
But they're so good.
Yeah.
Because they're 2 half black, half Korean guys.
Yeah, love it.
That they put them on the mother's family registry and they have full Korean names.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
it's like, oh no. They were like, it's like they were
We're
never
gonna make it happen. Well, Japan does that. Everyone does that.
Yeah. But it was like, but they have the whole, but they, when they play basketball, because they have like American
Yeah,
names.
they have the Korean name in the back.
Whole Korean name
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
back, and you'll just see them in
You
interviews.
get your mom's last name, and then we make you a name.
And they give you a first name, and they'll be in interviews like,
I'm out here.
we out here. And so, because I don't know if they speak that much Korean.
Yeah.
But someone is translating.
Yeah,
But it was so, but like, I think
Yeah.
they haven't done it in a while because I think they got all of the players already in 2 years.
Koreans tend, if you are good at sports or you're good at acting, we claim you right away. Okay.
Oh, we do that too.
We love it. And then he just decided to start acting, and he would like, instead of like studying, his tutor found him downloading movies, and he was like trying to practice, which is very funny. He says that he was overconfident at his earlier auditions and he failed them because he's like, honestly, he thought because he was good looking and good at acting, he thought that he would be like he would get all these roles, but he didn't.
Ain't
Which
that
is
good
very, very interesting. He's good looking.
He's
Korea.
cute.
He's cute. He's cute.
He's cute everywhere.
He also failed his admissions exams because he was like he just thought that he was just going to become an actor. So he was like, you know what, f- this f- college. I'm just going to do all of this. So he got into college, and then like that's when he really started falling in love because doing theater in college, which is great. This was kind of sweet. So he's really close with his younger brother who has a developmental disability, right? So he lacks social skills and intelligence is about of a middle schooler. He's like, so people look down on him a lot. So basically he had to like stand up for his brother and ask people not to bully him and all this, but they're very close, which is very sweet.
That's good.
That's very sweet.
Because if they weren't going to write that down. He's got a brother. They don't really get along.
And he has a disability because
No one's writing that down.
Yeah.
No one's writing that down.
Earlier in his career, he started in 2017. Okay, so he was in the Prison Playbook, which I think is on.
I tried to start it.
Couldn't get into it, but I think it's on
I
Netflix.
couldn't get into it either.
Yeah, but his biggest, so his big breakthrough, he was in. I watched this Clean with Passion for Now. I watched it for a hot second. It was like a bizarre drama, but I watched that in the beginning, and he was also in a drama called 18 Again, which was based on the American movie 17, right? 17 Again with
Matthew
with
Perry,
Zac Efron and Matthew Perry.
which was just a Freaky Friday situation.
Yeah. I actually watched it. It was kind of entertaining. And later that year, he was in Netflix's Sweet Home. And then he was in Youth of May. And then that drama earned him the title Next Generation Mellow King. So melodrama king. So people love him in Korea. And then in 2022, he got into The Glory, which was great. Everyone loved it. And since then, in 2023 to 2025, he went into the military. But then during that time, Exhuma, Death Game, and Sweet Home 3 were released. And then his performance in Exhuma earned him the Best New Actor in Film category at the 60th Paeksang Award. So he's winning awards, man. Good for him. He was in the Air Force Band during military service, which is great. His upcoming shows, he's going to be in a show called Grand Galaxy Hotel, which is written by the Hong sisters. We talked about the Hong sisters.
Well, we like them. We like them, right?
We do, but lately their shows have been kind of weird. No. You know when the stars gossip? Remember that random show on Netflix that aired like last year? My dad did not like that. My dad was like, this show's really weird. But it's going to be their show, but it's coming out on Netflix. It's actually filming right now, I think. And it's going to come out next year. So it's supposed to be really good. So then, Hyun-nam on the case.
Hyun-nam on the case.
I loved her. They're in the airport bathroom. She has a little outfit on. She sees Hye-jeong. She swaps the phone. It's actually very smart the way she does it. She has the exact same phone, swaps it.
Well, the one I could not figure out is why Hye-jeong had her colleague wearing her outfits and then yelling at her that she lost weight.
I was really confused about this because I was like, what's happening? So that's a revenge receipt. She gets the phone. Great. She gets to Shanghai. And then, yeah, it's like she's yelling at her colleague about the outfit. And I was like, what is the point of this?
Well,
I wanted to ask you.
Well,
Did you get that?
No, but what I could not understand is, so you went and got on a flight and you were working. So you mean to tell me she did not look at her phone from when
the entire time?
From the bathroom
to Shanghai
in Korea. She was on a whole flight. So she didn't look at her phone one time where she's on the flight. She gets all the way to the hotel, has not looked on this phone. And I love when she opens the phone and it's just a white couple on the phone.
And then she screams, and then she tells the colleague who's like changing to be like, go call the airport. And it's like, you call the airport, you dumb girl.
Incheon airport, like, where did if they have a phone? No, they don't have a phone because this white couple.
It's probably like stock image.
Right, because it's like this white couple lost a phone, and then they took her phone. And so I love how she caught the code.
Oh, yeah, because when she was in that bus ride in the last episode, she was like watching.
Oh, I remember having a Samsung phone and having that code. And it's just like, all right, here we go. We do all of this.
Okay, so Hyun-nam gives it to Dong-eun.
Yes.
They try the code. They're in. It's great, okay? But then Hyun-nam's like, stop being so cold and be nice to me because, Dong-eun is still kind of,
She's like, she said, well, last time we were hanging out, it seemed like we should have had food because when they were sitting out there on that water, I'm like, they should have had food.
Or so like a little soju.
Yeah. And so she brings her a little food, which I thought was so cute.
It was, yeah.
And she was like, this is a nice time. She's like, be nice. But she brings her the hard-boiled eggs and she cracks it on her forehead. And she goes, oh, I still have a bruise there. And you see Dong-eun just like, she looks out the window because she's trying not to laugh.
And she's just like, Jesus Christ.
This silly woman.
She can't because she cannot laugh because if you laugh, her plan goes awry. She's like, I gotta go straight. I gotta be straight as an arrow. You know, I gotta go towards my mission. Okay.
Girl.
So then this part I fucking loved. I just screamed. Okay, so Dong-eun goes to Sara's church, okay? Sara's dad's church.
What? But did you hear the sermon that the dad was doing?
No, I didn't catch it. Or I did, but I didn't pay attention.
The sermon is revenge is the Lord's.
알았어.
Is the sermon that the dad is doing.
Yes.
Like, don't try to get revenge on your own. Revenge belongs to God. And so God will carry out revenge.
God's on Dong-eun's side.
God's got it. Mm-hmm. God's got it. Because it does tell you the revenge is the Lord's. Don't try to seek revenge on people. And so Sara's like,
rolling her eyes, and then she looks over and
because everybody drops their head for a prayer, and then Sara's like, I'm up.
And then Dong-eun is like this. Dong-eun's scary, man.
Have you ever opened your eyes like that during a prayer?
Yeah. I usually, I'm not that religious. When I'm at church, I'm like, And then usually people are all doing this. I've never seen anyone being like, So
when Sara lifted her head, I'm like, you're not supposed to be lifting your head with somebody praying. But then to have also, if you look in the crowd, everyone was wearing like white and light colors.
Girl is wearing all black.
All black.
I know. She's
all black,
ready.
Arms crossed, and was looking at her dead in the eyes.
I know.
And so now they're out and they have the confrontation, and she's like, if Sara truly believed in God, she would know that God is furious, and Sara is going to hell, and you are currently on drugs. And she was like, this is blasphemy.
Well, because Sarah's just like, what the fuck are you saying? Are you on drugs? And then Dong-eun's like, I'm
not
on drugs.
Bitch, you're on drugs. And you've been on drugs since the early 2000s. Bitch, you've been on drugs the entire time that I've known you.
And then she basically says that it's well documented. She's like, you're on a lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs.
I know. So that's a revenge receipt because she's telling her she knows her addiction issues.
She got that book because I know it's well documented. And then this is my...
So good.
So she throws an empty black bag at her.
Love it.
Until she has 15 days to fill it up with dollars.
American dollars.
Not Juan.
American dollars.
American dollars. And Sara starts yelling and says, like, this is illegal. Da 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 da. And this is my yes girl moment, because Dong-eun grabs her by her hair. And then throws her on a bench and then tells her she's only getting started and literally has hair in her hand.
And then she kind of, and I'm like, yes.
And she's like, ugh. Which lets you know, because when people are a lot of drugs, their hair falls out.
Well, I also think it's because she yanked
him out. But also, they did the casting on that so good, because that girl looks like she on that shit.
And you know who that girl is?
It's from Genie Make-A-Wish.
She was the crazy lady. Yes.
She has that like light brown eye too.
She looks crazy. She is such a good actress.
Oh, she looks
so
insane.
Good.
But I'm gonna tell you what she's not gonna be doing. Being nobody's love interest. That girl ain't finna be.
Oh, I know. That would be so interesting. It's kind of sad though. She deserves love too. I think her name is Kim Hye-ora. She has a really pretty name.
Listen, who works the most? What'd I say?
The villains.
The villains.
The character actors.
Character actors work longer than anybody.
Think
about that lady where if you see a Saguk, who are my court ladies going to be?
Well, the lady in Perfect Crown. She was also in Bon Appetit. She was in Umbrella's
Queen Umbrella. Yep. All the number of times I've seen her. Listen, if the past is happening,
she's popping up.
She is at a 45-degree angle, standing just like this, going, "Mama, bro."
Okay,
she's Debbie mama all day.
That scene was just so satisfying, though. Like, I just loved it. I'm like, yes, I love it. Like, grab her hair, shove her. I would have done worse things. I'd have been like, I'd have kicked her. In Korean, we say this, 속 시원해. My insides, it's like, I've aired it out. 속 시원해.
Like airing somebody out.
Oof.
Airing somebody out.
It's not airing someone out. It's airing yourself out, because you had so much, and it feels so satisfying. Like you're clearing it out.
A clearing.
속 시원해. Insides are 시원해. 시원해 means like, when there's a nice breeze, you say? Mm-hmm. When a breeze comes, like 시원해, it feels good. Yeah. Anyways, 속 시원해. Okay. So now we have the scene where Dong-eun has to reunite with the male lead because it's just whatever. So
I would be more interested with her meeting up with the husband.
Right. So Dong-eun drives by Kyode Park, right? This is the park where Yeo-jeong taught her how to play Go, okay?
Right.
She decides to text him after years, okay?
And when you see...
What, she texts him?
No, when you see all them texts, he sent her.
Oh, I know.
Talking about, I hope you're doing well.
Every year he was sending her stuff since like 2018, which is so sad. Or even before that, I think. And then she sends him a photo of...
a packet of Cialis.
And I was like, okay.
Because when he's napping, because remember, he told the therapist that the sound of effervescence, the little tablet, is comforting to him. And so he drops in this tablet and lays down, and then he gets a text, and he's like, huh, huh, huh.
But what's interesting is he gets another letter from the prison, okay? But this time it's from a person named Kang Young-chun, okay? So we're just going to file that away, okay?
Because this is a different person from last time?
I think it's the same person, but he keeps on getting letters from and I wonder who it was or who it is.
You know who it is.
Okay.
It's the person that killed his daddy.
So,
because I thought it was either like a friend or something from the fight.
No, it's the dad.
It's the man who killed the daddy.
Okay, so they decide to meet up. So he rushes over
because the coworker, he's like, "Read this," and the coworker's like, "Are y'all hooking up?" He's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because she sent you a packet of Cialis," and he was like, "What?"
So they meet up at the park. It's very beautiful, this scene, actually. I think that's one of the prettiest scenes in this TV show. The leaves, all the leaves on I mean, they must have, I guess, fake leaves.
Listen,
fake foliage.
When we watched Queen of Tears, I was like, "Is this snow real?" Pops up immediately. He's got the coffee, and he explains he's trying to make like jokes about like you should be dating a man who doesn't need this. And
need the Cialis, yeah. Because she says, "Oh, by the way, like it was an excuse to text you,
right?
Because I wanted to apologize,
and it also isn't for anyone that I'm seeing,
because I'm not."
Because he was like, "Yeah, you could have just Googled this," and then he goes, "Oh, this feels like a farewell."
Yeah, so she basically is saying she apologizes for being like kind of cold to him over the years. And then he goes, "You can do whatever you're doing, but date me at the same time. I can make you happy." Okay?
And she laughs.
I know. So first time she ever laughs.
And his face is interesting because I'm just like, "Oh, I don't know how to take this."
Because why are you mocking me?
Right, because many a woman has fallen at the hands of a man that they laughed at. Many a woman has ended up on the news because she's laughed at some man who said that he liked her and wanted to date her. And so he's like, "Well, what are you laughing at? I don't understand what you're laughing at." Yeah. And she was like, "Listen, I'm not looking for a prince. I'm looking for an executioner who's going to help me with my hunt." And he was like, "What? Okay, I don't know what that means, but I'll do it if you date me." And
in any normal situation, could you imagine you tell a guy, "Hey, I don't need a lover. I need an executioner who's going to, I don't know, do my dirty deeds." Like, what the fuck?
A man will tell you anything to have sex with you.
Well, clearly he is just this. This romance is like, I get it. I know I don't get it. Like, I get
it's
that
the same reason that Do-young likes her, because he's like, "I don't know nothing about you." Like, here's the thing. I saw a thing on Threads, and this girl was like, "Well, it happened again. I had a crush on a guy, and then I got to know him, and now I don't have a crush anymore." And so I feel like he had all these feelings for her because he didn't know her.
But then
it's easier to be in love with a fantasy than when you get to know somebody. Like, you knew her all that time, and she didn't smile once.
Like, why would you want to be with such a morose, sad person?
You can tell there's something wrong with the lady. Like, what is this? It's like, well, I guess like why are you?
Okay, so maybe he has a soft spot for helping people. Clearly, he's a doctor. He's running around. Like, maybe he's like.
But why does Dong-eun? But I don't understand why Dong-eun took the time to apologize to him.
Well, that was my thing. So why? What?
She hasn't responded to a text message from him since Obama. So why?
So what triggered this? Like, I was trying to figure this out, actually.
Needs him. I think she's going to apologize to him because she actually needs him. Because here's the thing. She's not letting herself laugh because she thinks it's like, it's
cut left. You got to be straight. Like you gotta,
it flies in the face of trying to get revenge.
Yeah.
And Hyun-nam's like, no, you can still. She's like, I'm getting my ass whooped, and I'm still a happy person. What are you talking about? And so,
so maybe it's like,
maybe it's her being like, I need to acknowledge how I'm treating other people who aren't part of my revenge plot. But I also feel like she could have texted him, hey, I'm sorry for. There's absolutely no reason for her to have met up with this man. None. Because he was like, well, you could have just Googled. You could have gone on the internet and figured out what Seyal was done.
that's why I just feel like this part, or this is why this romance line, this love line feels really forced.
It's super forced.
Because like I feel like there could have been other ways of bringing them together.
So many
And I'm just
other
like,
ways.
again, and maybe this is why. So I only bring this up because I said this last time, but I just felt like it was like snooze. Every time he was on screen for me in the first watch, it was snooze fest. I was like, I don't care. Where's Do-young? Where's Do-young? Give me sexy Do-young. You know, there's so much more that they're putting. They're emphasizing the chemistry between Do-young and Dong-eun so much more than this guy and her.
I feel like this is supposed to be like almost like a childhood crush.
Yeah.
Then it's like a sexy, seductive thing. We go to this flat, which again I fast forwarded through.
I know. So basically, they're in high school again, and Myeong-oh is like choking her.
But this is what I don't understand. How do they keep getting her to come to this gym?
So I think this is basically they're filling in the time, like I guess I'm assuming that the bullying or like the intense, like the burning and all of this, the torture portion of it must have happened in a span of like months.
Right.
You know, so they're filling in the gaps for us to see like what else they were doing to her.
But my question is, how do they keep if everyone knows what's happening, right?
Yeah.
What is the reason she keeps going?
I don't think she has a choice. I think she was forced to. Like she had no choice. I think like they were doing this to everyone. The teachers don't care. They're forcing her. Like, what do you do if you're like forced? If you're like in the classroom and someone drags you outside, like, what are you going to do?
Oh, because the teachers weren't helping.
No one was helping her. So I think that's why she gets dragged every second into this like gym. He punches her in the stomach. It's just all this stuff. And then of course this jumps to to current day where they meet up again. Mm-hmm. And basically they're meeting after he makes the morgue discovery, right? Yeah. So he's like, oh, you must be onto something big. You need to tell me who killed her so I can blackmail this person. And she's like, I'm not going to tell her. I'm not going to tell you that. You know, I'm not going to do that. And then she brings up
his tattoo
because when she was getting beaten up by him, she would always see it covered up, but it was always covered up where you can only see me Mori, right?
So it was me Mori. Mm-hmm. And so, because he was like, oh, you must be so stupid. You don't know what this means.
Oh, yeah, because she was just like, oh, you know, I know what that means in Spanish. And he's like, you're an idiot. That's actually in Latin.
And so the whole thing is in Latin. But because of where it was covered up, it actually is in Spanish.
Right.
And so, which is a Latin-based language. And so where it's covered up, it says me mori, which means I died. And then in Latin, the memento mori means remember you must die. Right. Mm-hmm, and so his whole neck says remember you must die. Mm-hmm. But then in Latin, but then in Spanish, it says I died.
Which is very, very smart.
But in the English subtitles,
oh yeah, that's what you're saying.
They translated it wrong, and it says that his neck said I am dead.
Yeah.
Which is two very different
things. Yeah.
So she said she got happiness out of seeing that
I died
on his neck.
For her, I think it's also signaling that entire time she was getting tortured, she was also imagining or envisioning a day where she can
kill him.
Or where he dies instead. So
I think it's a smart phrase that gave her hope.
The writer's very deep. So then the plan for Myeong-oh is, right, he's going to blackmail the rest of the gang, all the bullies, for a large sum of money over Choi's death, okay? And he's going to hand them to Dong-eun. So that's the plan, okay? So then we jump. Sara is telling everyone that Dong-eun threatened her. She's like, she showed up to the church with the fucking bag and like threatened me.
To fill it up with dollars.
Yes. And then Yeon-jin is like, I don't think Dong-eun is motivated by money.
'Cause I
There's
tried to pay her
yes,
off.
right. And she's getting more and more scared. And then this part killed me. Yeon-jin's just like, do you guys remember what we did to her? The bitch forgot what she did to her. It's just insane. So like this entire time when Dong-eun has been like fucking, marinating on this for years and planning, she has no idea. She doesn't remember.
All she remembers is the
Burning.
because she asked the baby about the burns.
It's fucking
And so
wild.
you only remember the biggest
Moments,
most awful
yeah.
thing, but you don't remember all the little stuff you did.
Yeah,
Mind you,
God.
Dong-eun remembers all of this stuff, but I think the thing that's the most interesting about this is because when Jae-joon shows up, he starts talking about the baby.
Yeah, he's like asking her all these random questions about Yeso. He's just like,
I never got her a birthday gift.
where is she? Who is she with right now?
Does she
Why are
live
you
in
here?
like, does she live here? Does she go to this elementary school? All this other stuff. But what is so interesting is like, the idea of singing it around? That's how this conversation is going.
Yeah.
Because they're all having a conversation. And it's like when one time I was talking to my mom and she started talking about something else. I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're talking about what you're talking about. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I said, but we're talking to each other.
Yeah.
So we have to be talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
So Sara is spiraling about the money.
Yes.
Yeon-jin's spiraling about like what she's going to do to her
her
daughter.
daughter.
And then Jae-joon hops up.
And he's like,
And
am I the daddy?
And he's like, I needed to get her a birthday present. You didn't tell me. And so he has, but they're all sitting there talking about each of their concerns in reference to Dong-eun, but all at the same time, it's them saying, Myeong-oo's been ignoring me. So Sada's like, I need more drugs. He's not getting back to me. And then like Jae-joon's like, well, he's not getting back to me either. And so the one thing that brings the conversation to a coalescing point
Is Myeong-oh.
we don't know Myeong-oh is. And then they proceed to start talking about their things again.
It's and then the other thing too I found interesting is that Yeon-jin genuinely does not care about Jae-joon at all.
No.
But Jae-joon has always been obsessed with her since they were younger. So that's going to be very interesting to see how all of that plays out too.
He can really just pick another person.
He can, but again, he got to be he's emo,
Well,
so
I think it's a possessing thing. I don't even know if it's her. I think it's just having her.
I don't know. We'll see more of that. So more to come. So much more to come. But then Myeong-oh he calls everyone, schedules times to meet with them, everyone individually. But then he also gets a one-way ticket to Russia, Vladivostok.
Where
Vladivostok?
the hell
Vladivostok.
is that?
In Russia?
He could have just gone to Moscow. You get what I'm saying? He picked Siberian outpost. Where is this?
Manchuria? I don't know.
He could have just been like, hey,
I want to go to LA.
listen, give me a ticket to Nebraska. No, he picked the Nebraska of Russia.
Yeah, Vladivostok. So before leaving, he contacts everyone, right? So this is a revenge receipt because he's,
Cha-ching.
and then it cuts to fucking Myeong-oh. It brutally cuts
But he also set up a meeting.
with Do-young. Do-young too, right? So it's all the bullies and
But you
Do-young.
can see Choi-young's on the phone like,
Who? Huh? Who?
Okay.
Who? Sure.
why are you calling me?
It's great. Okay. So
Confusing.
then it jumps and you see Myeong-oh. Someone hits Myeong-oh in the face. There's blood.
Busted in his head.
And he's like
Down.
and he looks dead to me. I don't know. But then this is crazy. Then it also cuts to a flashback of Dong-eun. She pulls off a bandage from her fresh wound.
Shout out to special effects.
It's dripping with blood, and she has memento mori written on her notebook, and she covers it for it to say me or mi mori, right? And then it's translated into I am dead. Okay, so this is kind of like another revenge receipt, like it's like a revenge, like dun dun dun,
Dun, dun, dun. So childhood her got her dream of old boy dying because he was the biggest offender to her. But it's
Who did it? Who did it? Who done it?
I don't think it's Jae-joon. That's too easy.
It's not. I don't think it's Jae-joon. I genuinely forgot who did it. So I don't know.
You know what? Who would be fun to do it? Ooh.
Oh, I know. I remember who did it. I think I remember.
Hye-jeong would be fun to do it.
I don't think you're gonna guess.
I probably won't guess.
No. I if I remember correctly, I do think it's yeah. So, anyways,
but don't tell me. But
no,
I think, but I do know it's not Dong-eun. I know it's not her.
It's not Dong-eun.
Because it can't be her because she said we don't get our hands dirty. So it has to be someone close to him who I think he wouldn't think betray him. Because I think when we see the violence of Jae-joon, I know it's not him.
I don't think it's Jae-joon.
And Jae-joon is not him. And then Yeon-jin is not her either.
Yeah.
Because I don't think because she's like, I would.
Yeon-jin's like too.
She doesn't write her own stuff she's like, I get people to do stuff for me.
Oh yeah, right. She pays people to do it. She's kind of like a Dong-eun. She's like, she doesn't do the dirty work.
I don't do the dirty work. So yeah, I feel like that it's either Sara got two. I don't think it's Sara. I think because Sara's not desperate enough. Plus, she's already trying to fill up a bag full of American dollars. She's not gonna kill somebody. So also,
girl is also like she's tweaking. Basically,
she's completely she's going through withdrawal. She doesn't need to do that. But yeah, I think it's his other. I think it's Hye-jeong. I think that's who it is because it can't be the little boyfriend.
I mean, we'll see.
It can't be a little boyfriend.
It gets spicy. It gets spicy.
The revenge receipts.
Yes, let's talk about the revenge receipts.
So we've got the surveillance on Yeju's mom and the police chief.
Yes, because we need to know what they're up to.
Dong-eun putting her hand on Yesol's shoulders with the scissors in her hand, and Yeon-jin watching. Dong-eun hinting to Yeon-jin that she knows who Yesol's true daddy is, a la Mori. Dong-eun sends Jae-joon Yesol's toothbrush, as if he had no idea that kid wasn't his.
I mean, maybe he didn't know.
Maybe he didn't. I don't know. The woman is married. Let's see. So Hyun-nam gets Hye-jeong's cell phone. Dong-eun emails blackmail Sara with the money bag. Because, but now what is she blackmailing her? How she treated her growing up?
I think there's more to the story. So we got to see. I mean, yes, Sara terrorizes just as much. So yeah.
Right, but Sara, I mean, what career does she have to lose? Because like you blackmail the chairman because it can't get out that he has a gay lover. So she can blackmail the chairman, but like what is?
So I thought Sarah was actually recording Myeong-oh when Myeong-oh was choking her. I don't think it was Yeon-jin. I think it was Sara.
Oh, it is Sara.
Yeah, it was Sara. So I think there's like a lot of stuff. I mean, basically she let everything happen. And then we'll see. There's so much more that happens to Dong-eun as the series goes on and we see what happens in the past. But I think one other moment that was kind of disrespectful, I don't know if we talked about it, but when Dong-eun walks into the gym, when they all first meet each other, when they're as adults, Sara doesn't remember her. Sara thinks it's Sohee. So she completely forgot about her. So there's just all this other stuff that happens. I think there is good reason for Dong-eun to do that.
One, there's the drug aspect of it. But two, you were so awful to both of them because you burned up.
Oh, yeah. She was there for all of it.
But you burned up Sohee, too. So she really was like, oh, this is the girl we burned.
Yeah.
And so because of all the drugs and then because of the same type of abuse that you did to somebody else, you literally don't. Because, we talked about it because it's fucked up. Because it's like you destroyed this woman's life and you're just like, aren't you the other one?
Yeah, which is insane.
So Myeong-oh schedules the one-on-ones with the bullies.
About Sohee.
And then Myeong-oh is attacked.
Yeah, Myeong-oh is attacked at the end, so we see.
I can say that him being attacked at the end of episode 5.
Get ready.
I was not
expecting that.
No, I'm thinking episode 8, 9 at least, because he has to catch his because he was the one that abused her the most.
I know. I think that, so each episode going forward is going to have satisfying moments. So the last episode, we had the teacher dying. This episode, I feel like the pulling of Sara's hair was very satisfying. Myeong-oh getting, axed almost. That was very satisfying as well.
Because do we know for a fact that he died? Or
we don't know yet, but to me, it looks pretty bad.
When you go...
It looked pretty bad.
When
So
you're beat
I
up, like,
think
because there's blood all in his hair, but also when you see that last kind of like,
when you're, I think, so I think it's safe to assume, but we'll see. I don't know. I actually don't remember because it's been so long since I watched it, but no, but I think that it gets even better. I wish there were more, like you said, I wish there was less Yeo-jeong scenes and more Do-young scenes, because we are rooting for a couple or like a love line that does not exist apparently. But
there is no love line.
I wish there was.
But I mean, I don't think we
don't need it, but
I don't need one.
Okay, so we're going to be back next week.
Yes.
Right? So we're going to be chasing the sixth episode, which is crazy.
Of The Glory. So what do you think of our pod? Submit your questions, thoughts, prayers, rants, or whatever at chasingkdramas@gmail.com, or call us on our Sarangees Hotline at 213-632-6865 and leave us a message. And we'd love to hear from you directly. And be sure to follow us on our socials and subscribe and follow us on all of the things. You know, the YouTube and the Spotify and the apples and the oranges, everything. And tell your favorite drama addicts about us, because we are a rewatch podcast that is for their needs. And thank you so much for watching and listening. And we'll see you for the next K-Drama Chase. Sarange!
Chasing K-Dramas is hosted and executive produced by Dulcé, Sloan, and me, Chrissy Choi. I edit the audio and video, and our production is led by Thomas Yuen from TY Media and Go Get 'Em Productions. Our artwork is designed by Yice Cream. We're an indie podcast, and we're always looking for fun partnerships. If you're a brand that's interested in sponsoring our chases, or if you're a fan who just wants to stay in touch, please check out our website at chasingkdramas.com.